Alrighty, guys, I'm going to cover why no one cares about how much revenue your business turns over. So I think it's a bullshit, fake thing that people put in social media, on their Instagram bios, like all this like fake bullcrap. I've been warned by members in my inner circle that they listen to these podcasts in the car with their children. So I'm going to make a very concerted effort not to say any naughty words. Okay. Now, guys, I was just having a chat to one of the mentors within our program. His business profits upwards of $220,000 per year, fitness business, right? In COVID, this was last year, so look at these numbers, right? And one of the things I say to my guys, like especially as they come into the program, is people will try and impress you on life on how much revenue they turn over. Just look at the Facebook ads, like look at all the, and especially it's like, I must admit, mentors in the space are the absolute worst of this. And I'm going to say they're the biggest pretenders out there. I had a 6-figure fitness business. I had a 7-figure fitness business. He says what you have to do to hit 6 figures, like all this kind of stuff, right? And I get it because it's very interesting. It's a good marketing hook. It might impress a couple of people. But I'm going to tell you some really honest truth right now. Your wife or your husband, your kids, the future generations you have, to be able to go on a holiday, none of that happens off revenue. None of it happens off revenue. Revenue is the fakest number out there. The only number you should care about is your take-home income. What is your profit? What is the salary that you're paying yourself? Are there any extra, added benefits to your life that running a business is? I know a lot of people, watching or listening to this might run cars through their business, a few other expenses, depends how good your accountant is, right? And then you've got your salary and obviously your profit. So one of the things I can tell you is never get impressed by someone when they say they turn over 6 figures or 7 figures or whatever, right? They're just saying that to impress you, and don't be led along the line of like, wow, you have a $5 million business. It's like, show me your profit, because there are some businesses in the world that turn over like $10 million and have like 3% profit margins, right? And you've got to just look at everything retrospectively. Firstly, in the way that you're being marketed to, so you don't get absolutely duped by someone saying, oh, I've done 6 figures, I've done 7 figures. No one ever really in these ads shows you their P&Ls anyway. It's just like, I could write on a post on this podcast, hey, I turn over $100 million a year. And it's just like, where's the proof? Okay. But what I want you guys to focus on is really important. If I can change your mindset on this one thing, it could be the difference between you going on those like luxurious holidays to Europe with your kids, to having the car that you want, having the house that you want. And it's to run your business profitably at all times. And I cannot stress that enough, guys. If you are running your business like a country club where you're focused on revenue, and that is the only metric you will track, you will end up a poor, broke business owner. You are in this business, right? Regardless, and I know everyone watching and everyone listening to this, I know that you're in the fitness business to help more people. I know that you guys are the most loving, caring individuals ever. I know you all got it in for the right reasons, but the moment that you signed your ABN or your lease or however you've set up your company, you're in a business to make money for yourself, for your family, for your children. You are here to make a considerable profit for the amount of hard work that you do. You get up early, you finish late, you deal with text messages on a Saturday, people call you on a Sunday, you wake up on Monday and there's those cancellation emails or those suspension emails. You go to absolute war every single day. Now, you will make some really big differences to your life when you decide to only run your business to be incredibly profitable. The way that you go through your P&Ls every single month will be different, right? You need to go through your P&Ls, every line item, and justify everything that you're spending. Is this valuable? Am I getting the most from it? Would I re-spend it again every month? And cut all the crap out. Cut all the crap. That's how I said story. I went from 7 mentors to 1 mentor, right? Because I was just wasting money procrastinating. right? And you want to make sure that you do that every month. We've got videos on how you go through your P&L. I actually did 6 months with an accountant because my goal, and I'm not a forensic accountant, my goal was to be able to go through my books to a forensic level and me be able to make on-the-spot decisions about what's profitable for my business, what's not profitable. So you know your profit margins, your expense ratios, all that kind of stuff, right? It's also going to change the way that you hire, okay? You'll make sure that you're hiring the right people at the right times. It also makes you calculate your ROI on everything. Your ROI on organic, your ROI on paid ads, your ROI on virtual assistants, your ROI on CRMs, right? And when you start to do that, guys, if you can change your perspective, right, to go how much money are you earning as a salary every month and how much money is your business taking home as a profit, and you focus on that over the amount of leads, sales, cancels, all that kind of stuff, those metrics that come into play, is you will level up as a business owner. And yes, there's going to be things you have to learn along the way to run a highly profitable business. There's like a ton of books out there. There's, you know, accountants, bookkeepers that can help you. I'm sure there's probably some like 10, 15, 20K mentor that will try and justify their course program to be able to do that. I'm sure there's a ton of those out there as well. I didn't. I just used an accountant. It cost me like $600. He taught me how to do it. Worked pretty well for me to learn how to run my books. But I want you to make sure, guys, that you run your business profitable, okay? If you've watched this, if you've listened to us, it's been like 6 minutes, I want you to write it on your hand. I am committing to running my business at a highly profitable level. Right? Once you make that commitment, there's going to be a couple of things you've got to learn. There's going to be probably a few hard decisions along the way, right? Going to be constantly reviewing. Is you're going to be a happier business owner, because I've never met a business owner who's highly profitable every single month. And whilst, yes, I'm sure they have unhappy moments because owning a business is an absolute roller coaster, they're generally more happier than someone who's making no money each and every single month. And it's up to you and your decisions, right? You be really careful with what you outsource, right, in a fitness business, right? You make sure you review your P&Ls every single month. You go through that thing like your life depends on every line item, and you're justifying, and you are absolutely culling everything you're not getting value from, right? There's probably about $10,000, $15,000 a year in there for a lot of people. Okay, like little things you'll pick up, like, you know, I make sure every month I'm like the most frugal person you guys will ever meet, right? So I go through all my like Apple subscriptions every month. Did I sign up to something in a moment on Apple and now that's running through? Because even though it might be, you know, $15, $20 a week, it's another $1,000, right? You start to go through your credit card statements, through your balance statements, and justify everything. You make game plans on how you can spend like less money here. And then you get to a level in life, guys, and this is where it is worthwhile to get in like mentors, so they can teach you where to invest, right? Where you invest your money in, maybe property, or, you know, whatever you get into. I'm not going to talk into stocks, cryptocurrency, all that kind of stuff. It's not my space, but you'll probably get some mentors to help you along the way, so you can make generational wealth, so that when your kids are 18, 21, you can give them that stupid apartment or that stupid house or the car, right? And you can, you know, just give them everything that they want in life, because mummy and daddy have worked incredibly hard to make a really highly profitable business. And guys, just finally, I'm not perfect. I'm not going to pretend that I am, because for many, many years within my life, like the last 4 or 5 years, I spent really, really recklessly. Right? I was like traveling all the time, like doing all that kind of stuff. And I don't regret it for a moment, right? Because it made me who I am today. But there's a time in life, once you get more seriously invested in your family, in your kids, in your future. Like, as you guys know, I'm married. I want to have kids. My method of thinking has changed so much in the last 12 months, because now I'm not thinking about where can Jimmy go on holidays? What car can Jimmy drive? What can I do? You're starting to flip your thinking to, how can I provide a better life for my wife or your husband? How can you provide a better life for your kids? Like, all my kids to go to the stupidest private schools ever, right? Whatever. If they want to go to that school, they go. If they want to go on that holiday, they go, right? And I can only do that by running a really highly profitable business. And if you made those like same decisions that I just made, don't regret it if you weren't running your business profitable, but you can change this in an instant, guys. Literally in one instant, you can change and go, hey, my goals, my values have changed. I now want to run a highly profitable fitness business or business. And then you go and learn what you need to do to be incredibly profitable. And you watch your decision-making change from week to week and month to month when you put profit over absolutely everything else in your company. Really, 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 really good things happen when you do that. And guys, that's everything for today. Just want to say I appreciate you guys. Thank you for listening. Remember, if you take a screenshot of me yabbering on here on Facebook or in the podcast and tag me Jimmy_Pomponio, you enter the draw to win 1 year of free Inner Circle coaching, which is actually going to be released in a couple of days' time, in early August. And apart from that, I need to go for a run now. I'm training for a 50K event. I kind of just decided to dive in. I don't know when it is. I think it's in November the 26th in Goldie. And I've been procrastinating all day because it's cold in Sydney. So at the moment it's 6:48 p.m. and it's colder than it was this morning and during the day. And I've got a 1 hour run on my hands. So I better go do it. The reason I said that publicly is because I know someone will private message me to make sure I've done the run. And I appreciate you guys for keeping me so accountable in life and to be the very best individual I can. And I hope that you got a bit of perspective about where I'm at in my life in terms of focusing on profit over all the crazy stuff I used to do when I was first growing my businesses, which I don't regret, but it's just when your values change, and my values have changed a lot. I highly recommend running a really profitable business if you have kids, if you want to have kids, and you've done all that crazy stuff when you're younger.